ho! Boy, I just finished getting shit on in Warzone today. We got 4 wins, but it came at a cost. What is going on? Savage here. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you've been getting some wins in Warzone. I don't know why, but it just feels like today was super sweaty for some reason. But in this video, we're gonna be diving into some trios gameplay and spectating how a team utilizes teamwork to their advantage. Hopefully we get some good aggressive gameplay. The more aggressive, the better, of course. And I do have some really aggressive gameplay coming later this week, so stay tuned for that. But if you're new to the channel, subscribe today, join the wolf pack. Don't forget to leave a like on the video as well. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. And as always, guys, if y'all are tired of playing by yourself, make sure you join our Discord community and utilize our looking for group pages to your advantage. We got a lot of people that found other players there, and now a lot of these guys play together daily. So get in on that, guys. And also, we just accepted partnership over at Facebook, so make sure you go ahead and follow us on Facebook to catch the live streams. The link to that will be in the description below. But in this video, I'm specifically going to be talking about teamwork and circle rotation, and that's going to be the main focus of the video. I really want everyone to start getting their circle rotations down and trying to read the in-game situations so they can improve and come out the win instead of 5th or 6th place. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, so I really appreciate everybody's feedback on our video yesterday, between deciding whether I want to pause the videos a lot or not pause them at all. So in this video, we're gonna be focusing on pausing the video probably half the amount of times as usual, and hopefully that can be a perfect balance for you guys. And as y'all know, this is how I get my gameplay right here, brothers. You tank your KD. It is what it is. We do it for the content. But with Cold War coming out soon, stats to me just really don't matter anymore. I like to grind for stats in the first, 3 or 4 months of the game. But as the game prolongs, I kind of get a little bit bored with it, and we kind of start doing other things for content. But whenever I come here, I love trying to shit on people in the gulag, and I will say I haven't lost a gulag fight, and it's probably been close to 2 weeks, and we don't lose one in this either. So here I am, of course, always checking middle. I spray a little bit, don't judge, but of course the foul always recenters beautifully and absolutely shit on that kid's face without him even realizing what happened. You gotta die like a man, brother. I'm not gonna lie, that scenery too, as the tree's coming up, that was kind of dope. All right, but here we are spectating my dude, Ben Max. He's got a teammate down and he instantly just freezes up in a corner, gets stunned in the face, and goes down. Guys, what happens when you stop and you freeze up in a corner? You die. In that position there, he should have went and tried to outplay the situation. One of his teammates was way the hell away. Doesn't matter. In fact, this is him right here. And of course, he had a teammate close to him that was downed. He should have outplayed the situation, try to get the res off, but instead he froze up and hid in the corner. And again, that's just players' reaction, unfortunately. That's just their natural reaction. And that's why I'm coming out with this series, to get you guys out of those bad habits. Back when I was playing PUBG and H1Z1, I did the same shit for the first couple months, and then it clicked like, damn, this isn't working. Maybe I should change my gameplay. And here we are. All right, and as a sniper, guys, you just cannot, you can't do this. You just cannot sit here scoped in and scan side to side. First off, you're narrowing your field of view, and secondly, your movement's so slow, you're not gonna be able to see anything going on. Unless it's in the scope, you're not gonna be able to see anything. All right, so he's got 2 teammates down, and we're sitting here playing scared. And again, guys, this is most players. Believe it or not, this is how the majority of players play. And it's no hate, but you got to get out of this habit. 1, the game will become way more fun for you, and 2, you'll become a better player. So here we are moving out. He could get a bounty, but based off his gameplay, I definitely wouldn't recommend it for this person in particular. Unfortunately, there's no most wanted bounties around us, and or supply runs. Supply run would definitely be a great tool to utilize to get your teammate back, especially since one of your teammates just went ahead and dipped anyway. But we gotta get out of here. We gotta move on. There's nothing here, guys. If you're in an area, if you're in a compound for 30 seconds, minute at most, and there's nothing happening, you guys need to hightail out of there and move on somewhere else. I like the fact that he spots a guy coming in. He notices a supply drop's been called, so now he's gonna try to get an angle on these guys. However, now he's rotating down the hill. I would have got on top of the blue roof building to try to get a line of sight on the enemy, or at least work my way up, utilizing the ridge to the high ground. All right, nice down, trying to get the execute instead of getting another headshot. That's unfortunate, and then absolutely obliterated. If it's a 1v3 and you down somebody and you see other people in the crosshairs, make sure you try to kill them too. So in situations like that, you've got to go for the outplay. You've got to try to 1v3 these squads. Good thing you got the kill, but again, they just brought their teammate right back, so it's no hurt to them. But here we are now spectating hot Stepsis. Stepsis, is that you? And we are going to get the bounty. Thank God we have an aggressive squad to spectate, hopefully, right? Grabbing the bounty is a sign of aggression in my book, so we need to go ahead and get in the car and roll out. If you got a trophy system, utilize it. But if you don't have a trophy system, don't be afraid to take a vehicle, especially since they're going to be working their way to the bounty, which is across an open airfield. I definitely wouldn't rather take this by foot for 2 reasons. 1, you're in the open, not much cover. And 2, that's the main reason. And 2, it's going to take you too long to walk over there. So go ahead and utilize the vehicle to push the enemy and get to him within that 2.5 minute mark, and try not to get third-partied. All right, we got a guy falling in right now. He noticed it instantly, jumped out, whipped out his PKM. Is it the same guy? I think it is. I think it is. And of course, he's paying attention to the mini-map, notices that he's upstairs, instantly looks up. His teammate gets the molly, and it's Fabian again. Fabian! No! Why did you come back here? You didn't have anything. In a 1v3 situation, I wouldn't even land on my loot unless it's in-game. But in this early in the game, I wouldn't even come back and try to land on my loot if I had my loadout drop, right? This guy didn't have his loadout weapons at all. This guy literally just had a Kar 98 that he picked up and an M13 that he picked up, and he decided, screw it, I'm going back because I really like those guns. That's not the play at all. That's not the play. You have to look at the totality of the situation. Now, of course, his teammate did back out, so if he's trying to wipe, that's fine. But from a strategic standpoint, that's just not a good play. All right, but during that fight, their bounty was poached, and now they're on to move towards the military, which I'm assuming they're going to hunt down either another bounty or get some sort of objective. There's a vehicle on the mini-map. I don't see it moving, so it could be glitched. But even if you assume a vehicle is glitched, just be aware there's probably enemies near there. Not to mention there is a bunker, and there is a player sitting next to the ATV. So that could indicate to me that, 1, the team probably jumped out, went in the bunker, and then maybe another vehicle came up and drove. But just be aware the enemy is on the mini-map, which means he's shooting his weapon. He could be engaged in a fight right now. So be careful how you play it. You don't want to just dive in the middle of that and get third party to put yourself in a position to get pinched. And just kind of stay on the high ground, shoot down, look at the entire area, and see if you can get some easy picks. This is a perfect opportunity right here to get this guy by the ATV, though. He's got no cover, little to no cover, I should say. That was the easiest headshot of his life. I don't know what that dude was doing, but he hot steps this to shit all over Isaac P's face. All right, now this is something I don't like to do. Oh, I hate bunker campers more than I hate, well, anything else. This is just bad sportsmanship, to be honest. I hate it so much. So if you're in a position where you're pushing these guys, of course, concussions are crucial, especially when they go down here and they round the right-hand corner. I would guarantee it. This got shit on by somebody else. Wait, what the hell just happened? Bruh. What? Yo, someone let me know what the hell just happened in comments. I know the guy died because his body literally just, and you saw his loot go everywhere. Did he like get in the vehicle, get out, and then get run over by it? I don't understand what the hell just happened just now. As far as how to push bunkers, a lot of people send questions in my comments about how to push bunkers. There's really no foolproof plan. Stun grenades are definite must, in my opinion. Any kind of building you're planning on pushing is a definite must when it comes to stun grenades. But we have a helicopter coming in front of us, and there's a loadout drop, so I would imagine they're probably going for the loadout drop. Now, I see what their plan is. 2 of his teammates are going to push up and try to get a nice little flank on them, and we're going to sit here and shoot at the enemies, hopefully drawing all their focus to us. Now, we don't have too much cover, so we need to be careful. Not to mention, I only spot 2 enemies. We have no idea where the third one is. We have a little tree here that may be a saving grace, but it just depends on where the trio is. But the point of this is to draw their attention, draw their fire, and allow our 2 teammates to push the enemy and get a flank on them. Now, if they're going to go for a flank, they need to push together. If they end up falling in one at a time, they'll probably just get killed. So guys, when you're going for a flank, go together. And I had a feeling they were going to do that. So yourself looks like he's going to go on a wide left flank, and Slender's just going to sit here. Again, you don't want to give the enemy the ability to pick you guys off one at a time and essentially take an advantage that you guys have and flip it on you guys. Another helicopter flying in. I'm assuming it's his 3rd teammate. I wouldn't even be focused on this, honestly. I'd be focused on the teammates, on the enemies that are there. And because you lost focus, you did lose 1 teammate and another one is down. He'll probably get executed. Now, this is definitely not the play when you're going to go push and, 1v3. Because even though we have it down, by the time we get there, he's going to be rezzed. We haven't gotten execution. If there's any players down, they're going to be rezzed by the time we actually get there. So this is going to be a 1v3. They're going to execute Slenderman. Pushing in general is not the option. bail off and fight another day. Not to mention you have a line of trees. You can sit here and utilize cover. You don't want to run in the open. Just jump from tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree and push the enemy. But again, definitely don't push this enemy no matter what you do, because that's going to happen. You're running right into the line of sight. And of course, they're going to know where you're at because you already shot at them. They already know your position. And here we are now. Possibly facing a team wipe, and there it is. There it is. And of course, as soon as you go down and they know that you're last guy, they're gonna go ahead and push you. There's no question about it. And again, that's the reason why I don't buy self-reses until after I win a gulag, because most of the time I'm in a position where if I go down, they're probably gonna execute me. All right, here we have Hot Step Sis, the only teammate able to win their gulag, and of course going for the most wanted. Now, this is actually a good thing. As you're coming in, you wanna keep your eyes gaze on the tower. You want to make sure you're looking at the tower and see if you spot any enemies there. And the reason for that is if we don't spot any enemies, which it doesn't look like we have any, grab the most wanted, go in the tower and hide. You have to camp. I don't like tower campers. I hate them more than anything on earth, but if you have a most wanted bounty, this is a great play. And now it's just a waiting game. Now you just got to sit here, watch the stairway, and that's it. Don't peek anybody. Don't scan around. I know that seems pussy. I know it is. Trust me, I don't like doing it either. But if this is your play, if this is your option, the last thing you want to do is peek your head trying to look over at airport or look over at dam and get sniped in the face, and then this whole strategy's gone. All right, but after waiting 2.5 long minutes of my life, we're finally free. Most wanted bounty is complete. We have our teammates coming back in. He instantly jumps to a vehicle, goes in the trophy system, but he missed. And now we're in a vehicle driving off to the loadout drop. Now, if you guys are coming back from the gulag or coming back from the most wanted bounty and there's a loadout and you're about to land on it, just make sure the area is clear before you just dive onto it and risk your own life essentially and get killed. This is unfortunate, dude. Oh my God, he's gonna die. No, don't cut back left. But as you know, as much as I hate the most wanted strategy and the most wanted bounty, it is a good tool to utilize to get your teammates back. And I'm not really against it because it does allow the enemies to have their teammates come in and allows me to get more kills. So I'm definitely a fan of it. All right, in this position, Hot Step Sis should just drop his money to Slenderman and allow Slenderman to go ham and kind of buy a few things. Meanwhile, he could jump in the vehicle that he came in and drive to get the scavenger bounty to increase their money count. In this position, I really wouldn't go for a scavenger, but because they picked it up, why not, right? Why not? We do have an enemy coming in, though. He may be on the hill. He is. He's actually below now. We do have an enemy going in the bunker, and I think we're going to get into another bunker fight here soon. He's getting in the vehicle. All right, so we know that the enemy's in the vehicle. It was on the mini map, so we know that the enemy's in here. I don't know why we're ADS on this. Again, pay attention to your mini map. You see people suffer from it so often. So often, he has no idea. He literally knows there's a vehicle down there. He literally knows that vehicle is in the bunker, and he doesn't. He does not know that, even though he was down there experiencing it earlier. You got to pay attention to the whole match, guys. You got to pay attention to what kind of fights you've been in. You got to remember the fights. You got to remember the area. You really got to use your memory in a lot of these situations. Oh my God. So let's put ourselves in Slenderman's position, right? Slenderman has a nice little ridge right here. He's got more ridges over here he could rotate to, but instead he exposed his whole body to try to shoot at our boy. There was no reason for him to expose his entire body. Head glitch the little ridge, see if you can get some shots off and allow us to get to position to out-rotate the enemy, because what's going to have to happen? He's going to have to push out. This is not safe. Where we're at right now, this entire area is not safe. So all we got to do is just hold it. Most fights, you guys want to get in and get out just because risking third party and things like that. But in this fight here, when you're waiting for Circle to push somebody out of bunkers, you got to play a little slower, because pushing bunkers is a bitch, as we said earlier. So you need to play patiently, you need to play slower, and you need to wait for your teammate to make a play, right? Don't risk your entire life trying to rush the fight. All right, right now what we're doing is we're losing the high ground. We're not paying attention to where we're going, and we're falling off the hill. So this puts us, Hot Step Sis, in an awkward position, because if there are multiple enemies in here, because we don't know how many there are, we only saw one, but there could be a full trio, right? If we do fall off the hill and our teammate over there, blue, does end up getting killed, or these guys end up hearing us and waiting for us, we now sacrificed our life. We were in a great position. We were on the high ground. We were just waiting for the enemies to leave the bunker because we had a perfect line of sight. But now we just kind of messed up, fell off the hill, and here we are. So we put ourselves and his teammate yourself in a very bad situation. I don't know what he shot at there. All right, fortunately it worked out for him. Fortunately it worked out. I don't know where the third is. This guy's self-resing. I don't know where the third is. Luckily it worked out, but honestly, dude, if these teammates would have been sitting there just a little longer and waiting just a little longer. The moment we would have accidentally shot that gun, they would have turned on us and shit down our throats. All right, we have a buy station, of course. Buy your teammate back. That's a given. We don't have to really go into depth with that one. But we do have to look at circle rotation. We do have to look at how messed up this circle's about to be, because it looks like the ice field is going to be the center of the circle based on what I see from the mini map, and rotations are going to be kind of priority. And I'm glad it's like that, because like I said in the intro, I really wanted to focus on circle rotations, especially in game. And this is a perfect situation to do this. Anything around dam when it comes to in-game circles is a great lesson for everybody, because it's one people mess up a lot. I don't care how good they are. If you're not aware of circle rotations and how to prioritize which side to be on, you're going to lose the game. All right, so we have our teammates in a fight right now. They got a team wipe, but we're still nowhere near them, and they're still fighting because they're still pinging enemies. So we need to make our way to our teammates instead of engaging in a whole different fight. Now, he saw that there's 2 vehicles over there in that compound, so I would assume there's probably enemies there as well. But again, because your teammates are in an immediate fight, you need to get to them. I don't know why he bailed out of the vehicle. You should have just drove there to help them out. Now we're in a position where we're kind of spread out, and we're sitting still on a hill. And we have yellow building looking right at us. We have a hill to our right looking right at us. We have the whole hill in the back to us looking right at us. We have the hill to our left looking right at us. This is a pretty bad spot. Unfortunately for them, there's only 15 enemies left, so I would imagine that probably no one's going to come up from behind them and sneak them. So he might be pretty safe in that aspect. All right, teammate goes down. The first thing we do is kind of hesitate. We look both ways. Again, the sniper shot was pretty off in the distance, so I would imagine he's probably pretty safe. You want to get to your teammate. So if your teammate got sniped in cover, what are we doing on the outside of cover? What are we doing using the rocks and the hills and putting ourselves very vulnerable? Because right now, all of this can see us. If anyone out here has a Carnage or any sniper, they can see us, not to mention dam and not to mention the hill to our right, which he was originally planning on fighting in the first place. And of course, our teammate goes down again. I like the fact that they are kind of spread out at this point, but again, this guy doesn't have the best cover, so I'm not really a fan of what Hot Steps this is doing. Some random Kobe's, some random nades going up. Now let's look at the circle. All right, this is an open ice field ending, and with that comes some really hard positioning decisions. Now, where to go? I'm pretty sure most of you guys know where to go. Up here. You got to go up here, man. You have to. You have to. This side right here is a no-go. There is no cover. No cover right here. There's a little bit of cover right here, but I wouldn't really say cover, because this high ground right here has such an angle on this position. If you're right here, you're going to die too. So these 2 places are instantly knocked out of that equation. Of course, the middle, duh, we won't cover that one. This compound is the last of your worries. So what I would do in this position is probably make my way, if we can safely, to this area here. Now, originally Hot Steps this was thinking about going there. It ended up being a good decision should it have happened. But again, because his teammates were already over here fighting, I'm glad that he did rotate to help his teammates. But now is the time to bail out of this fight and try to rotate here safely. You're going to have the height advantage on the entire map. You'll be able to see legitimately everything. It's just the spot to be. Now, if you wait too long to gatekeep these guys in front of us at this compound, you run a huge risk in getting shot from guys that are already up here, because I would imagine people are up here. Not to mention, if you wait too long again, the circle's going to push in and you're going to lose your opportunity to get a nice push. So again, I would leave this position and get the highest point that's right here. And focus on getting the spot so I can have almost a guaranteed win. We have 18 seconds before the circle starts collapsing. Again, we're just wasting time at this point, in my opinion. I think this fight's taking a little too long. If you're gatekeeping it and you have a good position, that's one thing. But because we don't have a good position, it looks like they want to go ahead to orange marker, which is right there to the right, which again, I definitely am not a fan of, because you're on the lower part of the map. This is not going to end well for them. These guys aren't really hard peeking us that much. And even if we kill them again, we risk losing the game. So yeah, it'll be cool to get 3 kills, but at what cost? At what cost? And it looks like one of his teammates is shooting at tower too. So we're now engaging 2 different teams, pissing off everybody on the map. I'm really surprised. There might not be anybody behind us on that hill, because they should be shooting at us right now. If there was a sniper on that hill behind us, which there should be, Hot Steps this would get no pun intended. We have a guy on the bottom. This is just a waiting game, of course. It's just waiting for these guys to leave. Watching other teams fight is pretty comical, honestly. Watching how people fight each other is an absolute treat. This guy's just teabagging. I don't know what the hell he's doing, to be honest. We've lost a teammate. Our teammate got sniped from somebody. I have no idea where. Fortunately for you guys, you have a little shack you can hide in. Now, again, this is exactly why I said rotate to the other ground, because the circle has rotated to favor the higher ground. We picked the wrong side of the circle to rotate to. Even if the circle would have favored us, it still isn't the play to go. Unfortunately, bro, rip. This guy was sitting on the outside. Rip, brother, rip. That was a whole team. Yo, he needs some milk. Almost meleeed all three of these kids to death. What an animal. Yo, shout out to he needs some milk. He just absolutely almost fucked his team up. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. What an animal. That dude has no fear. All right, but let's look at the circle. See, this is really where I wanted us to be at. This is where I want us to be, because if you look at the line, of course, a lot of this is still safe. Granted, some of this is going to get pushed off, but there's layers to this hill. So you can sit here, you can sit here, you can sit here, you can sit here. There's trees, there's rocks, there's even a bunker that you could utilize as cover. And even if this hill gets pushed out, guess what? You have this building you could jump on to still have the high ground and be able to win the game. So again, that's exactly where I've gone about 20 minutes ago. And unfortunately, we're in a position now where we have to run out in the open, and this guy's not going to survive. I bet everything on it. There's no way in hell. This guy's gonna win. No way. And of course, here we are, the gas. Yeah, there's no strategy to this, guys. Again, it's all about positioning. When there's a wide open circle, you really need to focus on positioning and say, you know what? I really don't want to get kills. I want to win the game. And because the way the circle's designed, I should probably just focus on getting a better position than trying to kill a three-man squad. Because even though we got that win, even though we won that fight, at what cost did it come? All right, so now we're in a situation where it's a 2v3, and unfortunately for us, this is a glitch that we have in this game. I get this glitch a lot. I don't know if you guys do. Let me know in the comment section below. But this is a glitch I get a lot. He just absolutely destroyed him with the MP7. We have one more of his teammates somewhere. Not really sure where. All right, they have the open island marked. In this position, you guys, again, want to maintain your position. It's a 3v1, yes, but don't get too cocky. Don't go out. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry for this, guys. Don't get too cocky and push out here, because this guy that's hiding could potentially 1v3 you if he's really cracked out. And here we have Runt absolutely just randomly spamming nades. Now, I'm not sure why Blue had marked this area. We didn't see any tracers come from here when he threw the ping up. I think he's just guessing. Unfortunately, I think Runt is going to throw himself into this 1v1 and hopefully try to outplay him. But we don't know if he's over there. Don't throw the game trying to be a badass, right? If you have position, wait for the enemy to come to us. Look at this. The enemy has to move out. The enemy has to come. You know what that was? That man died purely on selfishness because he wanted to get the kill instead of his teammates. You don't need to play with people like that. You guys need to work teamwork. It's teamwork, bro. You want to get all the kills, play solos, right? That was just dumb. Fortunately for his team, they are holding this position, so they're probably going to win. But I see it a lot of times. We spectate a lot of games where people will just run out one at a time. One guy will go down. The other guy's like, screw that. I'm going to avenge your death. He runs out there, gets killed. And the next guy's like, well, it's a 1v1. I got this. And then, well, you know the story. Just wait patiently, get the kill. I think we killed him. I don't know what's happening. Thanks a lot, Activision, and GG. But guys, I'm really glad we got that circle ending. I've been waiting for a match where we can get an ending kind of like that. Farmland, dam, anywhere up towards military and quarry usually are really good endings to talk about rotations because of the way the map's laid out. We talk about Promenade, Storage Town, downtown, and other areas like that. There's really not much circle rotation. It's just playing buildings and building knowledge and how to push buildings. But wide open areas like this, a lot of players suffer because they just don't have the know-how and they don't have the circle awareness to be able to make the best rotation decision. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and follow me over on Facebook, where I will have that link in the description below. But until next time, guys, y'all have a good one and good luck in Warzone. Again, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out one of these two videos over here and subscribe by clicking the button over there. You have a good afternoon, and until next time, keep on improving.